everyone, and welcome to this video on the upcoming new moon in Scorpio. So this is officially happening on November the 15th at 12:07 a.m. Eastern Time. So for many of you, this will actually take place on the 14th. So the 14th is a good night to mark off as doing any ceremonies or rituals that you like to do to really connect to this new moon energy. So I am seated somewhat outside today because it's beautiful out. Oh my goodness, it's feeling like a spring day here. It's absolutely amazing. It's just gorgeous weather for the fall. So I wanted to be outside here and share all about this beautiful Scorpio new moon and support you in working with the energy in the highest expression, because this new moon really is leading us into eclipse season. It's opening up a new chapter, a new beginning for many people. We are stepping into a new chapter, a new paradigm, a new way of showing up in our lives and in our business. And it really is like the universe is giving us this green light. It's go time. It's time to step up. It's time to really say yes to your goals and your dreams, and where you can see a lot that you've been working on really coming together and really falling into place for you, like things you've been wanting to manifest for years, things that you've been working on throughout 2020 finally really happening and coming together. So in the last video I did on the Taurus full moon, I spoke a lot about getting in touch with your values, what those core values are in your life, what this new chapter for you really looks like, what really matters to you, where you want to place your focus and your energy and your attention. And the reason you were really feeling into that is now with this new moon, it's really time to move forward with it all. So as you join me, say hi and let me know if you can hear me okay where I'm outside. As soon as I hit record, there's somebody mowing their lawn or doing something that's ridiculously loud. So let me know if you can still hear me okay, and let me know if that sound is too distracting, and I'll see if I can possibly move somewhere else. And feel free to share with me as well. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome, beautiful. Let me know that you can hear me okay. Yes, hello. Share with me your new moon intentions as well. So anytime there's a new moon, the sun and the moon are coupled together. And in astrology, the sun is more representative of our personality. It's the external, it's that masculine energy, and the moon is very connected to our internal world, our inner world. It's our intuition, it's our emotions. It's very related to the divine feminine. And it's interesting as we're really seeing as a collective this goddess energy, this divine feminine really on the rise. We're also seeing more people becoming aware of the moon phases, the moon cycle, and even your unique moon sign in terms of astrology. So with the new moon, we always have the sun and moon coupled together, pulling in energy. And this time it's pulling in the energy of Scorpio. So that's what I'm really going to focus on first, is helping you understand this energy that we are all working with at this time. So Scorpio is a water sign. It's very, very connected to the power of our emotions. And what really comes to mind when I think about Scorpio energy is the energy of the phoenix rising. It is the energy of transformation. It is the part of us that can go through hardship and challenges and difficulties and always rise up into our power. And this has been a year of transformation, right? This has been a year of releasing, and Scorpio is the embodiment of that. It represents death and rebirth, and not only in the physical sense of our death and rebirth cycles, Scorpio energy really captures that, but also in the sense of as we move throughout our life, what we are called to release in order to receive. And we're at the point now where throughout 2020, we have been releasing, we have been letting go of many things, right? For many of us, it's been a whole new identity. We're stepping into a whole new business, a whole new career path, a whole new way of showing showing up in the world, now we are beginning to be on the other side of that. So you've done the releasing, you've done the getting clear on what it is you want, what it is you value, what the vision you hold for your life. And the Scorpio new moon is saying now it's time to step into that. Now it's time to really embrace that. Hi, Kat. Welcome. Jennifer is a Scorpio moon. Hello, Stacy. So great to have you. So Jennifer, where you're a Scorpio moon, this is also your lunar return as well. So every month when the moon returns to the sign that it's in our birth chart, we have that lunar return. So if you know the degree that your Scorpio moon is at, this could be really powerful for you. So this full moon is happening at 23 degrees of Scorpio. So for any of my astrology lovers, if you know your chart a little more in depth, look at the house that Scorpio is in your birth chart. Is it ruling over your relationship house? Is it ruling over the house of self? And then if you really want to get specific, look at the degrees between 20 to 29 degrees, because any planets you have within that range that are in Scorpio are really going to be influenced by this new moon energy. Now, if you don't know any of that stuff and you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, that's okay too. You're still going to get value from all this information. Robin is a Scorpio ascending, a rising Scorpio. I love this. This could be really big changes for you in how you're showing up in the world and your level of confidence. So Scorpio, let's get back to feeling into this archetype, this energy, regardless of whether you're a Scorpio. We're all feeling into this now. So at the core, it is the energy of transformation. It is that energy of evolution. Very, very connected to emotions, our emotional world. And this is big right now with everything going on in the world. It's easy for us to be triggered emotionally by what's happening around us. But what Scorpio really wants to teach us is self-mastery, to not be a victim to your emotions. Because as long as we are allowing our emotions to dictate what we do, how we show up, we are not in full control of our life, and we're not really feeling empowered, and we can kind of be like on this roller coaster, right? But as soon as we really understand and sink into, I am not my emotions. My emotions come and go. They do not define me. I am the observer behind my emotions. Everything begins to shift for us. So this Scorpio new moon really is that opportunity to look at how emotions are showing up in your life and the role and the relationship you have with your emotions. Emotions can be a beautiful glimpse into where your energy is, where your frequency is, how you're vibrating, right? Like the energy you are sending out into the world. But we don't want to get locked into our emotions or allow them to influence us, because that's when we become a victim to our emotions. So this new moon is that opportunity to rise above that and remember who you are on a soul level. Remember your power beyond your emotion, right? And connect, like what I like to do, and I'm also a water sign, I'm a Cancer, so I know all about being connected to like emotions and the power that emotions can have in our life. But I always like to go a little deeper than whatever emotions are coming up on the surface. And I ask, what on a soul level am I called to do? Where am I being guided or called on a soul level? Not just how I feel or what I feel like doing in this moment, but where is my soul guiding me? And if you do that, you'll end up taking a whole new path in your life that's actually more aligned to your divine blueprint and what you are here to do. So really be aware of that with this Scorpio energy, because a lot of emotions can emerge. Scorpion energy is about acknowledging and embracing the rainbow of emotions, the darkness, the depth of emotion, as well as the exhilaration, the excitement, the joy. It's not about labeling one as inferior and another superior. It is about embracing the rainbow of emotion without judgment, and while at the same time not getting pulled into your emotions. So let me know if this is resonating. If you're just joining, I would love if you could say hi below and let me know your new moon intentions, what you are creating. This is an amazing time of like a new chapter chapter, a new beginning. This new moon is also leading us into eclipse season. So at the end of this month, we have an eclipse and we have another one in December. Eclipses are massive changes in our life. So this new moon, we really want to be clear around who you are, what you are creating, what your vision for your life is, where you are now going. Cool sees Scorpio rising too. I love this. Ryan, welcome. So great to have you. Asia, hello, welcome. So yes, we're looking at emotion without being pulled into it, because the shadow side of Scorpio is obsessiveness. It's obsessing over emotions or obsessing over things in our life. It can be a feeling of jealousy or manipulation. And if any of those emotions are coming up, again, still recognize it without judgment, but remember, this is the shadow energy. And to work with it in the highest expression, you want to allow yourself to evolve. You want to allow yourself to transform. You want to remind yourself that you are more than your emotions. You are more than how you feel in any given moment. Emotions come and go. They are not who you are. That's really like the core of this new moon. So another theme we see really emerging is about personal empowerment. Scorpio, more than any sign in the zodiac, is about power. And it's about how we use that power. And we're seeing that globally play out, as well as in our personal life as well, right? And I think for many people, power is such an interesting thing, because we've all seen how power can be misused, right? People can misuse their power. But in the highest expression, this new moon energy is about your sense of personal empowerment. That sense of power that comes from deep within you to rise above the struggles and the obstacles and to get to where you desire to go in life. And this new moon, you can really dig deep and you can unlock that energy. You can unlock that unstoppable goddess energy. We also see the goddess Kali really coming into play with this new moon. Scorpio energy, like each of the zodiac signs, are connected to the energy of the goddess, right? Like there's different archetypal energies we see expressed in the goddess, and we see that through the zodiac signs as well. So Scorpio is connected to goddess Kali, who is the liberator, who is the awakener. So detaching us from the fears, detaching us from the ego mind. And when we do that, we do become unstoppable. We feel that sense of personal power rising within us. And you really have the opportunity to do that in these new moon energies, to remember how powerful you are. And this power is really connected to coming back home to you, coming back home to your soul, and co-creating with the universe, and not being a victim to the fear mind, to the ego, to the doubts, to the limitations. You are more than that, right? Or even your emotional state in any given moment. You are so much more than that. Now with Scorpio energy, we also see more taboo subjects, or the occult, and Scorpio governs over all of that. And I think everyone right now in Scorpio season, so even without this new moon, just being in Scorpio season, we're really craving a sense of depth and connection in our relationships. We are not interested in superficial discussions or superficial things. Like we want to go deep. We want to have meaningful discussions and conversations. And you really want to look at in your life as well, what actually lights you up? What fills you with joy? When you go to bed at night, what gives you that feeling of satisfaction and gratitude? We are coming back to that, what actually matters to us on a soul level. And again, of course, this theme, and I think I titled the video this, rising into your power, finding that sense of personal empowerment that comes when you connect to your soul and you operate from that space in your life, when you're making decisions, when you're showing up. When it comes from that space, everything feels more aligned. Asia, I needed to hear this beautiful message. Oh, you are so welcome. I'm so glad it's resonating. Kat, this live came at the perfect time. I've been feeling a bit lost lately and I'm still finding my way. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Kat. This new moon can definitely help with that. Like again, I feel we're opening up a new chapter. Many of us are stepping onto a new path, and the cosmic energies leading up to this have really got us to kind of dig deep and look at what is important, what I do value. So now when we step on this new path and this new creation, it's actually what we want for our life, what we want for our business, what we want for how we show up. So it's a really powerful new moon that can support us during this time the transformation. So the other cosmic shifts that are happening right now are very, very supportive as well. Like overall, like we've had some challenging cosmic alignments happening this year. We've had some challenging new and full moons. This new moon overall is extremely supportive. Like it is that green light from the universe of it's time to go. And we can take that opportunity, we can lean into it or not. We do have conscious choice. We are creators. But if we choose to lean into it, there can be a lot of clarity that comes through right now, a lot of success. Scorpio energy is also a money sign, so we're really learning to tap into abundance, to open up and receive abundantly for the work that we do in the world. All of these beautiful themes are coming into place, and we're so supported by that. So the day before this new moon, we have Mars finally going direct after 2 months in retrograde. So what this means is a return of your vitality, your life force energy, your drive, your motivation. These last couple of months for many people and in different ways, I've seen this played out. I've kind of felt this in myself as well. Like it's just been this feeling of kind of our energy being drained or having to push a little harder to get through like those daily tasks. And that's because Mars governs our energy, it governs our life force. And when it's retrograde, we are called to pull in a little bit more, to recharge our energy. We are called to remember the power of not just our action, but our energy and our frequency. And that's part of the ascension we're seeing on the planet right now, is more and more people waking up to the power of energy and frequency to create in our life. That it's not just the actions we take that get us the results, it's the energy behind the action. And again, coming back to that connection to our higher self, our soul, where we really tap in to that unstoppable power, that energy. So Mars is also the traditional ruler of Scorpio. So going direct the day before this new moon is another sign that energy and momentum is really picking up. And it doesn't mean that we feel it suddenly. It's usually gradual. I'm not saying you can't. You could suddenly just get a boost of energy, you're refocused, you're recommitted to your goals and what you're creating. But usually it unfolds over time. We get our energy back, we get the commitment back, we get our drive back, we have that focus coming back. And it's, I think, going to be so welcomed for so many people, just to have that boost of energy coming in and that reminder of how supported we are in achieving our goals. Now, also with the retrograde, so with this Mars retrograde, we want to take the lessons that you've learned during this time. And Mars retrograde teaches us not only the power of our energy to create the results that we desire in our life, but Mars retrograde is also looking at how we deal with feelings of aggression or anger or those feelings of impatience in our life. Mars is a masculine energy. It wants to move forward. It wants results now. It can be a little impulsive in the shadow side. So we want to look at where those are showing up in our life, where we're impatient for a result, where we may be feeling like, why hasn't this happened quicker? This should all be coming together by now. Or making decisions impulsively instead of tuning in and listening, where our inner guidance system is leading us. So these are the lessons that we have learned during this past 2 months, or that we were invited to learn with the Mars retrograde, that we can now have newfound awareness in how we work with our energy, how we express feelings of anger or frustration and impatience, and how we can lean in and co-create with the universe a little more. Trust in divine timing. Trust that things are coming together as they are meant to. Because often our ego and our analytical mind has an agenda of how we want things to play out, how we want things to look. But there's a bigger plan at place too. And this is one of the reasons I love to work within the realm of the Akashic Records. And in my program, which is starting next week, Lightworkers Rise Academy, we are learning to tap into cosmic intelligence to move our business forward, to accelerate results. Because we always have a plan for how we think things should look, but there's a bigger plan. And even on a soul level, you have intentions as you came into this body of what you want to experience, soul contracts, karma, none of that in a negative negative way. I don't mean any of that in a negative way. You have beautiful intentions of why you incarnated and what you want to experience while you're here on this planet. And sometimes our ego or fear gets in the way and negatively distorts what that looks like. So we're asked to return to a space of trust and surrender and within where the answers are. Very truthful, yes. And Carol's felt this for sure. If you're just joining now, say hi. Oh, thank you, Angie. Yes, I know. I really wanted to do this video outside today because this view is incredible. It's beautiful. But there's somebody mowing the lawn over there, and the visual, I don't think the lighting's as good, but oh well. It's been beautiful weather the last few days, and I've just wanted to take advantage of it. Like it's gorgeous today. I love it. Okay, so what else do we have going on with this new moon? So we have Mars going direct. We also recently had Mercury go direct as well. So just begin to feel into the different components that are coming into place with this new moon energy. So it's happening in Scorpio, the sign and the archetype of transformation, of the phoenix rising, of moving forward, of evolvement, of evolving, of progression. We have Mars, the planet of drive and ambition, going direct the day before the new moon, and we have Mercury now direct. So we really are building momentum as we close up this year. There's a lot of things coming together, a lot of things falling into place. And yes, there can be a feeling. The shadow side of all of this is a feeling of tension, a feeling of butting heads, a feeling of even miscommunication with Mercury opposing Uranus. But in the highest expression, it's new ideas. It's a new chapter. It's a new beginning that feels more aligned to you than anything you've created in your life in the past. Like you really feel like you're coming home to you, and that what you are creating and sharing in the world right now is so much bigger than you. We're really in the age of Aquarius, and these are some other big shifts that are happening soon with some planets moving into the sign of Aquarius. We are not just looking at our own life. We are looking at the actions we take contributing to the collective. We are having a deeper realization that the thoughts we think, the energy we emit into the world is determining the frequency of the planet. And of course, the actions we take, what we promote, the message we share, how we show up. All of that is contributing to the vibration and the energy here on planet Earth. And we are stepping into a deeper awareness of the role that each of us plays within that, which I think is beautiful and empowering. And another reason why I'm opening the doors to the Lightworkers Rise Academy and welcoming in a new group of women at this time is I know healers and lightworkers are feeling that call more than ever before to get their work out into the world, to get their message out into the world. And they're seeing the value of working with cosmic intelligence to do that. So send me a message if you want to learn more about the Academy. We're working with these cosmic portals that are opening up, and you're also working with the records of your business. So you're feeling more in flow, and you're able to attract your soulmate clients, feel confident in sharing your message. And your message right now is so needed. Again, this is so much bigger than just you. This is what is needed in the world right now as we are evolving and shifting. So let me know if this is resonating. Feel free to ask any questions as well. And Carol, love the winter sun. Yes. Janine, so good to see you. I feel we haven't connected in forever. Welcome and happy new moon. So another really positive aspect happening at this new moon is this beautiful harmonious flow of energy between the moon in Scorpio and Pluto and Jupiter and Saturn. So if you've been following my videos or you've followed other astrologers, you know that the spotlight in many ways of what we've been focusing on this year is that stellium in Capricorn. Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter all in Capricorn. This has been a part of the breakdown of old systems and structures that are outdated and not supporting this new earth that we are evolving into, the breakdown of that to step into the new. This has been going on not just this year, the past 3 years, and it really came to a peak this year, which we've all experienced, right? And in the midst of a transformation, it feels chaotic, it feels uncertain, and that's where we are called more than ever before to lean into the universe, to surrender, to trust, to have faith, to have our vision be bigger than our fear. We're really called into that. So all of these planets are also flowing in harmony with the moon right now, which again is that green light from the universe of move forward, internal transformation, coming out on the other side of the struggle and the challenge. Now, I'm not saying there's still not going to be some major shifts, because as we move in, so we have the eclipse happening at the end of this month, we have another one happening in December. There's some big cosmic alignments. The big one, and I'm not going to go too much into this because I'll share more about it in December. So it's happening on December 21st. We're going to have a meetup, a grand conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. And there's going to be some major global shifts still happening. We are going to continue to see a breakdown of structures that are not supportive of where this planet is evolving to. So there may feel like a little more chaos, and that's why I really encourage you to not be triggered by what's happening in your life or in the world. Don't be triggered by it. Don't just have that emotional reaction. Dig a little deeper and ask, what is my role within this? Because if you're here on the planet right now, you have a special role to play. So we have to go within, connect to our soul to see what that role is. It is different for each of us because there is more change coming, and we need to be really centered and aligned and connected so we are not in reactive mode. And this new moon is helping us understand that. When we are just in reactive mode, we're not thinking clearly. That's the shadow side of the Scorpio new moon, is we're in survival mode. We're feeling panicked. We're allowing the darker emotions, well, what could be labeled as darker, to take over, and we're not seeing clearly, right? We're not seeing clearly. So we don't want to be in that reactive emotional state. We want to be grounded in our power, so we are making clear decisions that are aligned with our soul and supportive of the planet and where we are going. But this energy overall, this harmonious connection with Pluto. So I mentioned how Mars was the original ruler of Scorpio, which is now direct. Pluto is the modern day ruler of Scorpio, and Pluto is the planet of power, the planet of transformation, and that planet of evolution. And it's flowing in harmony with this new moon. So how beautiful and supportive of that. Another sign from the universe that it's time to move forward. It's time to say yes to your path. You can't let fear hold you back, right? It's time to remember you are bigger than your fear, and your calling is bigger than your fear and your doubts. And it's not just about you. It's about the world, the planet, the evolution of planet Earth, and the people that you will positively impact when you have the courage to say yes to your path and yes to your message and to share it with the world. All right, let me check in with these comments and questions. Okay. Let's see here. So let me know if anything's coming up that you, Jennifer, I appreciate you. Oh, I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. Okay, let me just scroll through. All right. Awesome. Yes. So we got a lot of powerful, positive energy we are working with around this new moon. Take time to set your intentions. This is officially happening on the 15th, 12:07 a.m. Eastern. So for many of you, it is the 14th. Set those intentions, connect back to your soul. Remember the power that you have if you're not getting pulled in to the emotional roller coaster and you're digging deeper than that. And this can be a beautiful time of transformation for you, and it can pave the way beautifully for what's coming up in December. So get nice and grounded. Oh, you're so welcome, Kat. You needed this today. Oh, coming at the perfect time. I'm just so glad I got this video out early. It's just been so busy lately, and I do check in with the astrology every day. I'm kind of watching the moon cycles. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's the full moon, it's the new moon, it's time to do my video. But this one, I really felt called to get this out into the world early, to give you a heads up on this energy that's coming, and just encourage you to set those intentions and to feel the power of the entire universe backing you up and supporting you. All right, so if you want to go deeper with astrology, you want to learn more about your chart, reach out. The big thing I am offering right now is the Lightworkers Rise Academy, which is for healers, lightworkers, soul-led entrepreneurs who want to elevate their business. We're working with astrology, we're working with these cosmic portals, we're working in the realm of the Akashic records. And when you do that, you magnetize soulmate clients, you get clarity on your message, and you grow and you expand your business. And I'm combining all this beautiful energetic work with strategy as well. So the strategy needed to get your work into the world, to call in your soul tribe, to create packages and offerings. There's all that 3D stuff that we need as well. So you'll receive support with that, combined with work with cosmic intelligence. So astrology and the Akashic records, when those two come together, it is magical. It is the key to the success I feel I have in my business, is bringing these two together, and I want to support you in having the same. So reach out and we'll chat about the Academy. Otherwise, enjoy these new moon energies. Thank you for all the love today, the support, the hearts. If you feel like someone else could benefit from this message right now, you are welcome to share this video out. Let's get this high vibe energy out there. And I am sending so much love and light to you all. I will see you